Hello honorable members of the clan, so welcome to my YouTube channel and let's continue with the Masemola matter. But this time around we are going to the North Gauteng High Court where the suspended, given leave of absence or whatever it is that is called these days, Mr. Sibiya, Shadrack Sibiya, who has taken the police commissioner to the High Court regarding his suspension, leave of absence, or whatever it is it's called. And he says that it is unlawful. Remember, he lodged an urgent application to the High Court to hear the matter, and it happened this morning. So now we need to look at the technicalities of this matter regarding the Labor Relation Act. Does the Labor Relation Act in favor of Sibiya? It depends who you are asking. Some of us who are just ordinary members of the public who heard on the 6th of July 2025 when Lieutenant General Nkandla made that expose about the Deputy National Commissioner of Police, we said suspend him. Actually, fire him, because we are losing faith in the police. There is no way that the second highest ranking police officer in the country could be accused of something as serious as what we heard from Lieutenant General Nkandla on the 6th of July 2025. Guys, you already know the 121 dockets of the political killing task team, dockets that were allegedly taken by Mr. Shadrack Sibiya and kept them at his office. And the question we are still asking ourselves, why? And what does he got to do with those 121 dockets of the political killings in KwaZulu-Natal? And we're still asking a question about the president actually losing his mind over them being returned to the political killing task team in KwaZulu-Natal, which this morning I reported that there's a compromise that was reached between Kachalia and Masemola regarding these 121 dockets, that the police will continue with their work. However, copies are going to be made and submitted to the Madlanga Judicial Commission of Inquiry. And now, again, let's come back to the Labor Relation Act. Does it favor Mr. Sibiya? A lot of people will tell you, yes, it does, because if you look at the procedure that needs to be followed in order for somebody to be suspended or even fired from their job, that was not followed. And the appointment, from what I understand, it is done by the president, not by the National Police Commissioner, even though the National Police Commissioner is the boss of the National Deputy Police Commissioner. So there's a lot kind of like going on, and allegedly in the Labor Relation Act, there is no such a thing as leave of absence. If there is leave of absence, allegedly it is done voluntarily. That means if I am having some kind of a situation, whether it's health or family, or maybe I have an emergency of some sort elsewhere in the world and I need to go, I can go to my boss and ask for leave of absence. Now, whether that leave of absence is paid, you get paid or not, I'm not quite sure about that. However, if you're going to suspend the person, there are procedures that needs to be followed. So those experts will tell you that Mr. Sibiya actually stands quite strong, because the process, if he is suspended, it is unlawful. So when we come to leave of absence, that too is not covered by the Labor Relation Act or labor practices, and as a result, the court might actually find in favor of Shadrack Sibiya. Is the matter urgent? According to that argument, or that line of argument regarding the Labor Relation Act or labor practices, yes, indeed, Mr. Sibiya has an urgency in this particular application. So that means he wins twice. Now, when it comes to the public interest regarding this suspension and why he is suspended, of course, once again, the court will look at if the public, should he be reinstated, will it go up in arms Or will it say, okay, there's nothing we can do about it because the law is the law and the law needs to be followed, and the law seems to be seen to be working type of situation, and we will say nothing? And in my opinion, I think there would be an uproar, especially regarding what we now know about the police force, which got Cyril Ramaphosa establishing a Judicial Commission of Inquiry to look into the allegations that were made by Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi on the 6th of July 2025. And to us, we don't trust the police no more. And to have a second in command in the police force to be accused that way, I think there would be an uproar coming from the public if he's reinstated. Because the first thing that is going to run across our minds is, what will he need to shred? Because shredding definitely is going to happen. Documentation that could lead to anything that might implicate him in a crime or another. And I think with 121 dockets already slipped through his fingers, I don't think he has much of control over that. Maybe he needed to be reinstated as soon as possible so that those dockets either stay in his control or even tampered with, because the allegations clearly, they are pretty heavy and all of that stuff. So the question is to you, what are your thoughts about this particular application? Do you think Shadrack Sibiya has a case? Or do you think Shadrack Sibiya should just subject himself to the Madlanga Judicial Commission of Inquiry so that he can state his side of the matter? At the same time, I feel like the Madlanga Judicial Commission of Inquiry has becoming a usurping powers of the apparatus of the state, like the police, now the judiciary itself. I feel uncomfortable about that everything must go to the Madlanga Commission. I feel like Madlanga Commission should come in where the law is already in motion, because the law is the law and it needs to be followed. And anyone else that is aggrieved by how the law is running then can take the matter to the Madlanga Judiciary Commission of Inquiry, and so that we can, again, useless, because we are still waiting on the Zondo Commission and action to be taken against those that were accused of some heinous crimes where state was captured or is captured. And this time around, we are having classes of people that seem to be in control of the most important apparatus of our country, to a point probably where they even have the second in command in the police force under their control and pocket. We don't know. Allegedly. Everything said here is allegations. None is a fact until a court of law has made a ruling. So I'm kind of interested in your thoughts about this, and let's speak in the comment section. And do not leave the video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you later with another one. Probably once again Shadrack Sibiya, Masemola, we don't know. But I will be right here when the judgment is made. I'll see you later. Goodbye.